You are not going to want to hear this, but it's ruining your marketing and your content, and I'm going to prove it to you. If you are an online business owner that is using ChatGPT, you need to watch this video. Now, before I dive into the meat, I want to say, yes, I use ChatGPT probably 100 times a day, but it's not my brand. And I teach my students in my programs how to use it the correct way. Stick with me till the end because I will give you some feedback on how to use it the correct way too. The first way it's harming your brand is its misaligned suggestions. You're relying on ChatGPT to give you strategy and kind of guide your content and your marketing for your company, and it's pulling from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-figure brands, and that's not where you are. So it's giving you generic marketing advice from some of these companies that have been around for decades. They have audience of tens of thousands, of hundreds of thousands. And so you're implementing a strategy that's not going to work. The second way is loss of authenticity. So many people have started using it to create content. Your story is not in there. Your branding is not in there. Your voice, it doesn't even sound like you. It's giving cookie cutter advice, and it's giving that same advice to every other person using it for their marketing purposes. So you're not standing out. People aren't seeing your content as different. And on the flip side, it's ruining your creativity because you're relying solely on ChatGPT to give you content ideas when your content should be your own creative piece of art, of marketing. It should have your own twist and your own spin on it. The third reason is because it doesn't have any emotion. People buy with emotion, they rationalize with logic. If you ask ChatGPT right now, it's going to tell you, I'm a robot, I can't create emotion. So it's kind of guessing at emotions for your ideal client. And the only way you're going to get content to convert and make the sales that you want it to make is to be inside their head. And it can't. It tells you itself, it can't. Back to part 2, you've lost your creativity. You've lost your connection with your ideal client. You've got to get that back if you want your content to start performing. The fourth reason is the framework of the way it sets up content. So if you're using it to write captions or write story slides, it doesn't frame it in the same way that you should be using for sales psychology. It frames it in a very logical way. And that's just what it knows to do. Sometimes your content is really good, but the way it's framed, people aren't making it till the end. Or if it's out of order, it's not making sense that it's a solution for them. So it can't frame it the way you need it to storytell and, have your client self-identify in your content. And number 5, this is the biggest one, but loss of trust. Depending on who your ideal client is, they may or may not be able to tell that ChatGPT wrote your entire piece of content, especially if you're copying it straight from ChatGPT and it's got the asterisks. It's a dead giveaway. So if you're not adding to it and you're just copying and pasting straight from ChatGPT and people start to realize that AI is writing all of your marketing messaging, they're not going to believe you. Yes, it's an amazing tool you can use to help you in your business, but if people think it's the only thing, but if people think that ChatGPT is writing all your content, all your courses, all your ebooks, it's going to give them those like scam vibes. Again, I really stress to my students to use automation tools and AI authentically. So here are just a few ways that you can use it correctly in your business. 1, generating ideas. That's totally fine. Let it get you some ideas, especially if you're having one of those days where nothing's coming to top of mind. But you take that idea and you go create the content yourself. 2, I use it a lot to refine things. So for example, maybe I wrote an Instagram caption that's 3,000 characters and it only allows us to have 2,200. I'll put that in ChatGPT and say, drop this to 2,200 characters. And then of course, I read it and make sure it's good before I click the post button. Another way I use it to refine is to add action words. So if I write something that's super descriptive and we know that action words sell better, I'll put what I wrote into it and say, make this more action focused. Add more action words, replace description. Now, there are ways you can train your ChatGPT words you can put into it that it shouldn't be using because we all know it uses these words that we have to ask it, what does that word mean? And you can tell it a little bit about yourself so that it will get better. But if ChatGPT is your entire marketing team, you're ruining your brand. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I want you to stick with me for another minute. Part of the reason you're struggling so much in your marketing is because you're hyper-focused on content rather than having an actual marketing plan. A marketing plan connects your sales, your branding, and your content together. And I have a proven plan that is going to take you from overwhelm to clarity in 30 days. It's exactly what I did in corporate and my job before I started my business. It's exactly what I did in my business when I first got started. And now I'm going to teach it to you in 30 days. I know you're skeptical and you're like, I've seen so many proven strategies, none of them have worked for me. But this is different because it's based on marketing principles, not algorithms. I want you to be able to log off every day knowing your business is running smoothly. Being fully present with your family every night instead of scrolling for ideas and inspiration. So September 16th, I am going live hosting a 30-day social success challenge. This 30-day challenge, every single day, I'm going to give you bite-sized action steps to take to build your marketing plan from scratch. It's going to take you from overwhelmed to clarity and confident in your marketing for your brand in 30 days. I'm going to compress all my years of marketing knowledge in 1 month. Now, here is what you really need to listen to. If you want to jump in the challenge, these are the instructions. Go to the top of my profile, click the IG button, and DM me the word success on Instagram. I can't give you a link here in TikTok, and I'm not putting it in my Stan store because I'm limiting the amount of people that are coming in. And because I really want to work with action takers, people that cut the crap, cut the excuses, and are ready to make change, the price increases every 30 people that jump in. So if you're serious and you really want to build a marketing plan for your business, I would jump over there and get your spot now because we're almost at the next tier and it's going to go up again. Let me know in the comments what questions you have about the challenge. I'll do a video reply. I'm happy to answer them for you.